on Holman Road, courtesy of Des Moines Radio Group on Hope 940. For more information on upcoming promotions or to purchase tickets to Iowa Cubs games, visit iowacubs.com. See you Saturday, and go iCubs.
The following show on 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN Des Moines is paid for by Outdoors Tradition TV, LLC.
Calling all stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan, 4th of July edition, that is. Brought to you by the fine brought to you in part, brought to you in part by our good friends out at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage. Thanks to Dick, Danielle, and Tracy. I'll tell you more about them later. Got a fun show for you today. We're going to be talking with our buddy Jim Coffey from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. They got a brood survey going on, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. I got a fishing report brought to you by the fine folks at Sportsman's Warehouse. We're going to throw some little trivia out at you in between there. We got a gentleman by the name of Sam Thrash from Texas. And in the 8 o'clock hour, he does a TV show called Fall Obsession. And we're going to talk to Sam and see what he's going on. I got some big news about the Outdoor Call Radio Network and how you can win a free shotgun. And before we get out of here, we'll do the Outdoors Dan Trivia Challenge and all that other fun stuff. The 4th of July edition. Happy 4th, everybody. Hope everyone's doing good. Show, like I said, is brought to you in part by good friends out at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage. 12 by 50 assigned spot. Was down there actually twice this week because I had to go put some mock scrapes out. Good morning, Rick. How you doing, buddy? Happy 4th to you, too. Got Rick and everybody watching us on Facebook Live. Thank you very much. Facebook Live is made possible by the fine folks at Imperial RV Centers. Thanks to Zach and Denise. Where you can get a brand new RV for $3.99 a day. Woo! $3.99. $3.99. Good morning, Tony. Happy 4th to you, too. Tracy, Dick, and Danielle, you get discounts for multiple spots. They got security cameras everywhere, secure gates 24/7. Only $60 a month. You get 1 month free when you pay for the year. You can give them a holler, 515-822-1362, 515-822-1362, and they'll take great care of you. I always enjoy talking with those guys. Really super nice people. Right down the street from Wyckoff Heating and Cooling, locally owned and operated. Morning, Tony. Good to see you. Tony. Anyway, big long week. Went up to Mason City. Got my four-wheeler. Finally got my four-wheeler in. So
there you go.
Yeah, I got at least I can get out there and I got a chance to put some mock scrapes out, move some cameras, and yeah,
that's good.
Yeah. Did the show by myself on Wednesday because Andrew was too tired to come over. Yeah. Doesn't even answer his phone anymore.
Oh, man. It's a birthday. Birthday.
It's always something, isn't it, folks?
It sure is.
I'm telling you. It's always something. So, no, we had a good show on Wednesday. Had a lot of fun. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, we got a new show on Wednesdays at 5 o'clock. It's an hour long called the Wednesday Drive. So, we'll be doing that this Wednesday. Now, next Saturday, we're not going to be on. We're going to be it'll be a best of. Because I will be in Ohio for the big Pure Whitetail Bash. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. Larry McCoy and I are going to be down there.
That sounds fun from a mile away.
Oh, absolutely. We'll be telling everybody about the Outdoor Call Radio, getting people signed up for prizes and handing out stickers. And then the following weekend after that, we got the big Cubs deal.
Woo!
The All Outdoors Day at the Cubs, which will be a lot of fun, July 17th.
I'm excited. Got to get my Cubs gear.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, what I want is the Iowa Caucasus gear. I want to get that jersey.
The what?
It's their alternate jerseys. They're called the Iowa Caucasus for a day.
What? What are you talking about?
You don't follow the Cubs very much.
No. I just don't follow baseball that much. I love the Cubbies. Cubby Bear and everything else. I just don't watch baseball anymore.
Happy Bobby Bonilla Day, by the way.
Yeah, that was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Today is today is old fart day or something like that. Old grumpy person day. Perfect for me.
Do they just call it Dan Day?
It's Outdoors Dan Day. It's the grumpy old person day. I'm pretty sure that's what today is. Anyway. All right, let's head over to the phones. We got a guy that's not grumpy, and he's always smiling. Mr. Jim Coffey from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. Happy Grumpy Old Man Day there, buddy.
Well, I appreciate being on this day. It does sound like it's you and my day.
Well, I said me. I didn't throw you in that bag.
Well, I think I'm in that category according to my children most days.
Oh, come on. That's the fun part of getting old. You just get to be grumpy.
That's right. Get off my lawn, Dan.
Absolutely. Yeah. Charles, I actually go out in my wading pool with my cowboy boots on and my hat and sit there and tell people to get off my yard. Yeah. Good morning, Charles. Good to see you. So I got a chance. I finally got my 4-wheeler in, and I got a chance to get out to one of the farms and put some mock scrapes out and put a camera up this week, and actually saw a hen with some poults down there by you in Sheridan.
Good.
Yeah.
So starting yesterday is the time to start reporting those sightings into the DNR website.
Okay. Well, I just reported it.
Good.
I just told you.
Not to me. You gotta go the extra step and go online to the DNR webpage, and underneath the turkey hunting tab, there's a little button there that you click, and that you report your sightings.
Yeah.
And we want all sightings. We don't want just the ones with poults. We want the gobblers and the unborn turkeys too, and that gives us a good idea of reproduction for the year, which helps us understand, what's happening across the entire state as far as the nesting success and then the poult survival. And gives us an idea of what we'll see next year.
Well, them poults are hard to see right now, man. Everything's so tall.
Yeah. That's what's nice about the mowed hay fields and the driveways and the little places like that. They like to go out and bug in.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's hard to see them. You're not going to see all the little poults in that tall grass.
Yeah, absolutely. Good morning, John. Good to see you. Happy 4th to you too. Well, I tell you, Jim, I've been talking to people from all over the country, and I'm really concerned about our turkeys next year. Everybody, it's just not here. I mean, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Kansas, a lot of folks they're really I'm sitting there wringing my hand because I'm worried about spring turkey season. But I don't know what we're going to do if it keeps going the way it's going.
Well, and that's got a lot of people concerned, and you hit just a handful of states, and we're talking clear back to the East Coast, down into Florida. We just got back from our 5-year national symposium a week or so ago, and with lots of great papers, and most of us related exactly what you said, is we've seen this long-term 10 to 15-year decline in turkey populations, and it's got everybody scratching their head as to what's occurring.
Yeah. And I won't say what state, but I was talking to some other biologists Jim, I talk to you all the time, and I'm always polite. I don't ever get huffy or anything. And I had somebody get mad at me because I was talking about the predation and stuff. I said, well, isn't there a way that we could, put an incentive or open up the fur bearer season longer or something? Since people are now trapping, and we can go out and do what we need to do to get some of that in check. And they just said, well, we don't think that's all the problem. And I said, well, I'm not saying it's all the problem, but it's a big part of the problem. And I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but that's
a question we get all the time.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I just don't understand why some people are just so resistant to let people harvest or get rid of, manage more predators. I know everything needs to be balanced, but I mean, I'm sorry if someone sits there and tells me the raccoon population's under control. I don't believe that. I don't, because I see it's out of whack. I mean, everywhere I go, I'll see 10, 15, 20, 25 raccoons. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and so what I like to try to tell people is that predators have always been part of the equation. What we don't understand is that predators is that equation shifted.
Yeah.
Is predation a bigger part of it? Which is one reason why we want to do continued research, is to look at. We know predators have always been part of the problem, and I hate to say the word problem. Part of nature. That's part of what it is. I always like to refer to turkey nests and really all ground nesting birds is when there's eggs on the ground. It's like jelly beans.
Right.
Everything's going to eat them. And we put that emphasis on raccoons, but we forget that chipmunks and blue jays and crows and
squirrels,
everything eats eggs. And so we kind of get hung up in this falsity that every hen that nests is going to have a successful attempt. And that's far from the truth. And I even have this difficult talk with some young biologists. In fact, I replied to several emails this week that, like, well, I can't believe that, that all these nests are being destroyed. And I'm like, in a good year, if we see 25 to 30% nest success, that's a good year.
Right.
Because most nests are getting destroyed. That's just the way the nature of the beast is. But what we're not seeing is then are the poults surviving out of those nests that do survive? And that's the next part of the equation.
Yeah. Good morning.
Those are the things. Go ahead.
No, sorry, Jim.
Those are the things that we're trying to figure out. Is it nest success? Is it poult survival? Is there something happening after those poults are born that's not getting them to 6 months of age? Entering that fall population. Where's the hurdle? Where's the hiccup at in that turkey biology? And so I never say that predators aren't part of the problem. The thing we have to realize is that we've got a long predator season in Iowa. You can start trapping in November, October, into October, all the way through, January. But what we don't see is people out there pursuing that. And so extending that season or changing it, there's no limits on raccoons or coyotes or anything like that.
Well, I wasn't talking about Iowa, Jim. This was a different state. So
no, but we get that question as well in Iowa. And everybody thinks that, well, if we would just get rid of raccoons, we would solve the problem. And what we have to go to is go back and look at the fact of what we just said is there's a lot of predators. There's been many studies that have shown reduction of nest predators of one particular species of nest predators, and I always pull this one out, is down south where they were concerned about bobwhite quail, is they thought, well, the biggest predator was rats.
Yeah.
Rats were getting in and eating the eggs. So they timed their burns to knock the rat populations back, and they did a good job of that. And they still saw no increase in quail nesting. And so as they were going back and looking at it, they were actually putting up trail cameras on these known quail nests. And what they saw was that what ended up eating the eggs were the black rat snakes that usually ate rats.
Yeah.
The rat population had been knocked back.
So you took one thing out, and they had to go eat something else.
Shifted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you took their prey base out, and they just shifted eating all these eggs that were on the landscape. So it's not as simple as if we just reduced raccoon numbers. We would see this big influx of turkeys again.
Yeah, well, I'm not trying to focus just on the raccoons. I'm just, that's just what I'm seeing. But I mean, you got, skunks, raccoons, coyotes.
Absolutely.
It's all of them that I think we need to get out there and manage. Good morning, Jeff, Philip. Good morning, PV, Dave, Gary, Tony, Rick, Elliott. Good morning, Fishing Dave. Thank you very much. Here's another thing.
Conversation to have.
Yeah, here's another thing, Jim, too.
Mm-hmm.
When I was talking to this other state, I said, well, what about maybe going to one bird? And they said they got snippy. They well, you can self-regulate, and I said, well, I kind of did. I said, but there, maybe there's other people. I mean, it's gotten so bad in Kansas where I go, Jim. The outfitter that I go with. He's not even offering a 2 birds next year. He's going just to 1 bird.
Sure.
Yeah. So I mean, it's affecting a lot of different things out there, and you're always great about you answer the phone. Iowa's got a really good tradition of people that are willing to have a conversation with our conservation department. I think Missouri does a pretty good job. Ty, what's her name? Rihanna Tile.
Rihanna Tile.
Yeah, she's super easy to talk with out there, and some of the folks in Kansas are nice. But some of these states, I've always looked at it this way, and you feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I've always said that the hunting population is a great resource for the biologists because we're out there a lot, and we're seeing what's going on. And I've always said that's a great resource tool for the DNRs.
And I think you're exactly right. We look at it that way. I mean, I spend much more time in front of a computer now than I do outside observing.
Yeah.
Other than in my personal time. And when I can take the data that I can collect and that the DNR has at its hands and combine that with what people that are concerned are telling me they're seeing in the field, I can start to decipher, okay, what do we really think is happening on the landscape? And I can give you a dozen examples of where the public has contacted us and said, hey, I think I'm seeing this. And it might not be that one observation they're telling us is exactly right, but then it starts to build as I get another comment, and I'm like, and it might be 5 or 10 years before we really start to see that in the biological data that we're collecting. It's just that somebody was observant enough to say, this doesn't seem normal to me. This doesn't seem right. And if we've got people that are observant, they're putting that in the back of their mind as they're looking at data going, there is something maybe that's going on out there. And is there something that we can do to turn that tide, or is it something that we can start to predict that's going to happen in the future to change a regulation? And so, yeah, all that public information and information feedback we get from hunters is critical to us understanding what's happening in the field.
Yeah. Hey, I got a thing on Facebook Live. Denny says, read the info on reaping and taking the dominant toms affecting breeding patterns. What about that, Jim?
Yeah, so that's one of the theories that's out there as well, is that not just the reaping part, but just the fact that, we constantly have hunters that are wanting us to increase put the hunting seasons earlier.
Yeah.
They're hearing turkeys gobble, they want to get out there, and there's some theories now that, those hens aren't receptive at that time of the year, which is what makes those gobblers vulnerable, because they're worked up, their testosterone's going, they want to breed, so they're more likely to come in. And we as hunters we like that. They respond to our calls, they gobble more, they strut, they come in, and there's a thought now that we shoot that dominant bird, and then the whole social structure has to restart again. The birds have to the male birds have to kind of go through a process of who's the number 2 and who gets to breed, and the hens are confused, and we don't know what that does to nesting timing for them.
Yeah.
So that's one of the theories that's out there. It's going to be hard to prove, hard to difficult, but we now have some genetics work, which is something that that I put forward years ago. But of course, it takes money and time to do that. Is we don't know who's contributing to nests. We don't know what is it one male? Is it multiple males? Is it again, if you shoot that dominant bird, does it mess up the social hierarchy enough that it pushes timing of the nesting season back? We've never had that issue in many places because we didn't have the hunting pressure on the birds. There was always plenty of birds out there. But we've got some states now that are estimating they're shooting 50% of their males a year.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty significant amount of birds. Now, that's the major mortality of male birds is hunting. But that's a pretty significant amount of birds that are being taken out of the population.
Yeah, absolutely. Good morning, Parker, John, Steve, Gary, Denny. Great info, Denny. Thank you. David, good morning. Sorry, Jim, just trying to make sure I say hi to everybody.
No, that's fine. That's great. Everybody listening this morning.
Yeah, we got a lot of folks. Parker, how you doing, bud? So, I don't know. There's so many things. You and I think what'd I do? I should have had both my Iowa birds this year. I didn't shoot any birds in Kansas. I went back to Kansas 3 times, and everything was so out of whack that I could get jakes and hens in, but I couldn't get the toms to come in. Which has never happened to me in 16, 17 years of hunting down there. But, Iowa was okay. And, I bow hunt, and I don't know, what we talked 2 or 3 times this last season. I thought everything was at least 2-3 weeks behind this year. What was your opinion on that?
Yep, absolutely. 2 weeks was the minimum. And that was just through the phenology, just watching the green up and the leaf out, all those things. And you talk to the farmers, heating degree days for corn and the soil, everything was 2 weeks behind this spring. And that throws the birds off a little bit. They're driven by day length. That's the number one thing that drives, reproduction is day length. But there's a lot of micro adjustments in there with the cold weather and the phenology and those issues. And I know, I was hunting later this year, and the woods were still wide open.
Yeah.
In southern Iowa, you should have enough green up that it's pretty hard to see very far, and it makes it nice to hunt those edges and some of those ridge tops. But it was open, and that's difficult for hunters, especially hunters that are maybe not as accustomed to sitting still very long.
Well, you definitely got to sit still when it's open like that. Good morning, Barbecue Kent. Good to see you. Hey, Jim, hang on real quick. I'm going to take a real quick break. We'll be right back with Jim Coffey on 1350 ESPN. Great conversation this morning. Do you love hearing that old Tom sound off while you're in the field? Yeah, I would, then Tony. That would definitely help, buddy. Action decoys. Hey, guys, it's Outdoors Dan here. Live action decoys are one of the most realistic decoy systems you can deploy while you're in the field turkey hunting. Wade and Teresa Goddard start with a Dave Smith gobbler decoy and then apply their patented system that allows you to raise your decoy's tail fan up and down move it side to side, and even walk that tom up and back while it's on the platform. Live action decoys are so amazingly lifelike, they're going to fool even the wariest old boss tom you got running around your woods. Plus, the good thing is they're made right here in the good old US of A. For more information about live action decoys, please check them out on Facebook or call them at 815-674-1626. Take it from me, Outdoors Dan. They're going to help you be more successful in the field this year.
Did you hear the news? The Olive Tap has a brand new location in the district of Prairie Trail in Ankeny and is now serving fresh salads and sandwiches every day. The Olive Tap is your one destination for the finest cooking oils, spices, and vinegars, and now fresh salads and sandwiches. They now have even more of your favorite olive oils from Italy, Greece, Spain, and other countries, with unique flavors like Tuscan herb, basil, spicy garlic and Parmesan, smoky bacon, and jalapeno, just to name a few. The Olive Tap also offers special oils like avocado and walnut oils, not to mention 20 different varieties of balsamic vinegars, including raspberry, strawberry, hickory barbecue, sour apple, dark chocolate, and many more. The Olive Tap carries sauces, spices, seasonings, jellies, and other fine cooking items that anyone who cooks would enjoy. They even offer cooking classes and tasting parties. Stop by the Olive Tap at the District of Prairie.
What's everybody going to eat this holiday weekend? Huh? Boy, I had some mule deer sloppy doughs last night. That was good. Got some ribs, I think, in the freezer. We're going to get those all ready for Monday. Boy, some baby backs. That sounds good. I haven't had baby backs in a while. Little cookies. I got a cookies barbecue grill pack we're giving away. Just, well, you won't be able to get it until after the 4th, but you'll be able to use it next week. I'm always a week behind. My story.
Check out our website for a complete inventory at speedgolfcars.com.
In these times when a lot
Fish,
of us
you're
are
having
working
fish,
from home,
Richard? That sounds
it's even
good,
more
buddy. Boy, you've
important
been on
to
a
make sure
roll,
your
man.
home is the right temperature and comfortable.
I talked to my buddy up
Now is
at
a
Lake
great time
Winnie.
to call the experts
He
at
said they've been
Wyckoff Heating
smoking
and
the
Cooling
walleyes
at
up there.
287-6000
I need to get up
to
there. I
schedule
had
a
Chad
check on your
Wednesday
current
on from
heating
the
and cooling
Pines Resort up
systems.
there.
Is your
They've
house
had a
too dry,
record-breaking
giving your
walleye
family
bite
issues?
again.
A Honeywell
I'm kind
dehumidifier
of
system installed with
mad
your
I
AC
didn't go
heating
a
system
couple weeks
can
ago.
solve that issue right away.
That
Wyckoff
old
Heating
jig
and
bite,
Cooling is a
man,
family-owned
can't beat
and
it.
operated business that has been serving Iowa residents and businesses for over 70 years. They offer 24-hour service and programs like the Peace of Mind Plan for less than $15 a month. So if you want more time on the water or in the woods this year, please call the folks at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling for any of your home or business heating and cooling needs. One call to Wyckoff Heating and Cooling will bring you peace of mind.
Hey, there you go, Chris. Chris is having bear ribs, man. I love bear ribs. Those are awesome. Good for you.
That big buck has eluded you for seasons.
Yeah, Richard, I heard it's been pretty good, Richard.
Have you heard of Pure
Just
Whitetail?
keep on fishing,
Pure
buddy.
Whitetail can help you
I do see your posts about ice fishing already, though.
Pure Whitetail has some of the best.
I tell you what, I was out putting mock scrapes up Thursday. It was 90, what, 93? That was hot.
Straight off their farm.
Yes, they are, Chris. I'm all out of bear meat, man. I haven't got a bear in like 2 or 3 years. It takes me 5 years to draw a Minnesota bear tag now. I'm going to have to find me some other place to go bear hunting. That every 5 years is getting old.
It's a community of hunters that are family. Just go to purewhitetail.com and check out all they have to offer. Scents, hunting gear,
bear burgers are delicious,
sauces,
man.
coffee, apparel,
Even Andrew likes bear burgers.
opportunities and family. Want to be more successful in the field?
And he's
go
picky.
to purewhitetail.com or look them up on Facebook. If you love to hunt, join the Pure Whitetail family today.
As we head to the fields this hunting season, you need to remember to work up your pet's activity level slowly. Don't take them out on opening day and expect them to perform without having any previous exercise. Remember to have a proper first aid kit for your pet when you go into the field. That should include bandage materials, gauze, antibiotic.
I say we just fast forward to September. What do you think? Everybody fast forward until September. Raise your hand.
Current on all vaccines before you head out. Your pet should also have a good physical exam to make sure
there you go,
she
Chris.
is healthy enough to go hunting. Always provide your pet with protection.
That's
from
awesome.
The elements, and this
I've shot nine bears over the years on the TV show, and I love bear fishing, man. Bear fishing. I love bear hunting. Bear fishing. There's a new sport for you. Bear fishing. And they're great protein. They're just it's a great hunt, man. I love bow hunting bears.
By phone at 9865.
Can't believe how quiet they are coming in, man. Unless they pop sticks. They pop sticks.
This is the
Sound like a
Outdoor
train.
Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. My guest is Jim Coffey from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. Jim actually got out and put some scrapes up down there by you, and I told you I saw some turkeys, but I also saw some nice bucks, man. Things are popping already, huh?
Oh, absolutely. This is, you should be seeing some nice antler growth right now, and there's just still lots of things going on out in the woods this time of the year. Hope you picked a few raspberries while you're out.
You know what? I got in and out of there. It was so hot, man. It just it was miserable. But I didn't.
You just remember the animals live out there every day.
Yeah, I understand that, but you know how I'm picky about that. I actually had somebody get on me on Facebook the other day because I was talking about when I go out there, I treat it like a hunting situation. And this guy goes down there, well, what, you drive right to where you're hunting. I said, but you got to remember, this time of year, there's constantly farmers out there with their equipment and stuff like that. You actually do less damage driving your four-wheeler within 25, 30 yards. You get off, you're not sweating as bad, you're not dropping sweat all over the ground, and by trying to walk in and carry all that stuff, and they're used to machinery this time of year. You're not boogering anything. And there's always somebody, man. It just because I take a scent-free shower. I wash my my hunting. I wear my limited clothes and I wash them in my lethal scent-free detergent, and I spray down at the truck just like I'm going bow hunting. And and I said, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. But I said, since I've done that and I do that every time I go hunting, I see way more deer than I ever had before not doing that stuff. Because I remember when I started 30 years ago, I remember going out there and, I'd play the wind the best I could, but I never sprayed down and stuff. And I had deer blowing at me all the time. And I just don't have that same stuff happen since I started doing that scent-free regimen. But, to each their own, right, Jim?
Well, what you said is, and I relate that to turkey hunting quite a bit, is it's what gives you confidence. If that's what you think gives you a better chance in the woods, then you need to do it. Because when you're a confident hunter and a confident outdoors person, you're more likely to be in the woods longer.
Yeah.
And what we know is the longer you're in the woods, the greater chance you have of being in the same place as the animal that you're hunting. And that's true in turkey hunting, that's true in deer hunting, that's true in duck hunting.
Yeah.
If you don't have confidence, it's not fun. And if you're not having fun, you're not going to stay out there.
Well, I just never seen the, are you going to still see deer? Absolutely. Probably will still see deer. But if you think about it, what about the deer you're not seeing that's smelling you a couple 100 yards away,
Right.
Yeah. And I mean, deer under normal conditions, you're a biologist, you know this. They can smell you up to 400 yards away. Their olfactory systems are amazing.
They're designed to smell. That's their major defense.
Absolutely. And I've said this since I started the radio show 25 years ago. You're never going to get rid of 100% of your scent. I mean, unless you're in a hazmat suit, totally enclosed, you're always exfoliating skin cells, the wind swirls. You're never going to stop 100%. But, if you can knock 80% of it down, chances are better than not that you're going to still see more deer, right, Jim?
Well, the thing that to really remember is that those deer are tuned into what is normal.
Yeah.
And when they smell something that's not normal, what they smell every day, then they're going to say, this is not right. I'm going to be extra wary. I'm going to move. I'm going to change my patterns a little bit different. I'm going to be a little more sneaky than I normally am because their environment has changed. And so that's where you hear the other side of the story. It's like, well, the farmer's out there every day. That's the key. The farmer's out there every day. That scent is not new to that deer. He smells it every day. So he's not wary of that smell. He's just like, oh, that's Farmer John coming out to do his business every day. But if he's not smelling that smell every day, and I don't care what it is, if it's a human or it's the neighbor's dog, whatever it is, he says something's different. I have to put my spider senses on and say I'm going to be extra careful right now, or I'm going to sneak and go the other way and feed or do things on this other part of the farm. that I normally, might not do. So that's a defense mechanism. It's no different than what you and I would do. If we walk into our house and the dishes weren't done, or it's kind of the three little bears scenario is something's not right here. So all of a sudden we put our senses up a little higher to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
And that's just nature.
Yeah.
That's how you survive.
You're going into their living room. They know if something's changed. Trust me.
Absolutely.
You know what kills me? It's amazing how much by you going in there, like I take a spade shovel with me, and when I put those mocks in, I'll tear up a big, I make a big artificial scrape on where there's I know a good scrape line that every year that I go back to the same spots that work. And it's amazing, man. When you tear that dirt up and turn it over and stuff, within 4 hours I had deer checking it out, man. If there's any undisturbed dirt, man, they're on it.
Yep. And it's not just deer. You turn dirt over, and that dirt has a scent to it, and they can see that activity, and they're like, something's going on here. And it'll attract coons, it'll attract coyotes, it'll attract anything that smells that fresh dirt, because that fresh dirt to every animal means something different.
Yeah.
It means somebody's buried something, some other animal has dug a hole that might be a food for me, that's a predator. So they look at that dirt as there's something activity there, and it triggers whatever's in that animal's instincts to say, in the case of a deer, it's like, hey, there's a buck that's already scraping. Why am I not scraping? I need to be looking at this. And, back to that dominance thing, I have to be on top of it if I'm going to be the top dog. Maybe I need to start scraping.
Yeah.
And then they go, but it's not quite time yet. My biological clock's telling me it's not quite time, but somebody's doing it, so I need to start thinking about it.
Well, they check them they check scrapes all year. They just they just build up, and when it gets closer to the breeding season, to the rut, I mean, the activity increases big time. But I always tell everybody that a scrape is a deer's Facebook. That's where they go to check in.
Yeah. And the key to it's not so much, in my mind, is not so much the male to scraping. It's that male's creating that scrape, so when the female starts to come in at estrus, and when she's urinating there, he's checking that scent to say, okay, there's a doe in my area that's getting ready to breed, so I've really got to start paying attention to what's going on now.
Yeah. I love watching them make scrapes and stuff. That's one of the coolest things on stand you get to see, isn't it?
Oh, I mean, it's from a human perspective, it's great, because that's a sign.
Yeah.
It shows us the activity that's going on in the woods, and as a good woodsman, you pay attention to that stuff. It gives us, again, it builds our confidence that I'm in the right spot. I know what the deer are doing. I'm in their backyard trying to figure out what's going to be next, and we're trying to outplay the game that they play every day.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, listen, hey, Dr. Yagi, good morning. You know Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi, Jim?
No, I don't believe I do.
If you need one of the best dentists in the country ever, at any time, if you have any problems, you call me, and I will call Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi and make sure he gets you in there, because he's the best Jedi dentist in the country, buddy.
I hope I don't need him in that kind of an emergency. I'd rather need him on a different level first.
He's ask Andrew, man. I got Andrew broke a tooth, and I sent him over to see Dr. Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi, and Andrew swears by him now.
It's good to have that in your back pocket, that's for sure.
I'm telling you what, he's like my grunt call. I don't go anywhere without it. I'm telling you. So, hey, I appreciate you coming on. Yeah, we got the breeding survey going on. How long is that going on for here at home?
Yeah, so most states are doing theirs right now. In Iowa, we run ours in July and August, and that gives us a good idea, because what we forget is that turkeys, we think they just breed right early in the spring, is they continue, as that nest gets destroyed, they'll continue to try to have another nest and another nest. So we want to capture all that breeding activity. And then, like you said, is that you're seeing little poults right now, or you may not be seeing little poults because the grass is too tall. Then those little poults will grow up to be bigger poults. So we want to capture them as they get bigger in the August part of the survey as well, so that we can understand what that overall activity has been across the state. So we'll let it through the end of August 31st, August 30th, 31st.
Yeah, then you got the roadside survey starting.
Well, that's in August for pheasants. So we don't count turkeys during the August roadsides, but that'll capture our small game. That'll get our pheasants, our quail, and our rabbit populations. And that's done in-house. That's done by our own staff. known routes. But the turkeys, you know, they're so secretive and so difficult. We can't just run a roadside survey for turkeys. And we rely on the citizens to report as many of those as they can. The only thing that we ask of them is if you have that little group of turkeys that you see every day, and you know it's the same group of turkeys, you only report them once, so it doesn't skew the data.
Yeah.
So if you go to your farm and you see that hen out there with her 6 poults, you know, and you see it on Saturday and Sunday both, you'd only need to report it once, just so that we have that captured that she was productive.
Hey, real quickly, are you shocked about our pheasant populations? How good it's been lately? Hey,
no, absolutely not. Not just pheasants, quail too.
Yeah, I talked to Todd the other day. We had Todd on the show, and they had the rooster numbers come out, 350,000 something roosters or whatever. Yep. But it's just, I remember, you know, what was it, 10, 11 years ago? Our pheasant population was down so bad. I mean, everybody was depressed, and isn't it nice to have it up there 38, 39% up now?
Especially if you're one of those people that are hunting them.
Yeah.
Because what we know is when we're flushing birds, you're having fun.
Yeah.
And that's where I have to kind of take a step back, is how depressed Todd was and how depressed everybody was 10 years ago. And, you know, now we're seeing that potentially with turkey populations, is realize that all these populations are dynamic. And we try to control what we can control, but there are things that we can't. And we just have to realize that, you know, there'll be low years and there'll be high years, and we try to manage to keep those peaks and valleys at the minimums so that we have more standard populations for everybody to enjoy.
Yeah, Jeff Bolton says to tell you hi, and I'll see you at the fish fry. You know who that is?
I've seen. Yep, I think I do. For sure. Yeah.
I think you just got an invite there, buddy.
I'm always up for a good fish fry.
Yeah, I mean, come on, who isn't?
What else are you going to do? You know, that's why we go catch bluegills. Bluegills and crappies and white bass, you know.
Yeah.
Walleyes are biting at Rathbun. You need to be out fishing walleyes right now.
No,
There's lots of stuff going on.
Oh, it's a good time of year. Jim, it's always a pleasure to have you on. If you need anything, get a hold of me. We'll get you right on the show, and you're always great to talk with. Thank you very much for everything.
I appreciate it, Dan. I appreciate all your listeners that are concerned about Iowa's wildlife.
Oh, I'm telling you, man, everybody's thinking about it, that's for sure. Have a great 4th, buddy. Get some ribs on the smoker, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Jim. There he goes, Mr. Jim Coffey from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. Super, super nice fellow right there. All right, I got to take another quick break. We are way behind. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Taping your own hunts is an exciting
Yiggy, I appreciate you. You big guy, you. Chris, thank you, buddy. I really appreciate that. Jeff, good morning. Derek, hey, what you doing there, Derek, buddy?
The patented shoulder system is also very adaptable to any tree or ground blind setup. The bases are affordable and easy to set up for various wind directions. Multiple camera arms are available, including the Stiff Arm, Stiff Arm Pro, and Stiff Arm Elite. They're made of high-quality aluminum or carbon, depending on what you choose. For ground blind,
you got deer in the backyard.
Tripod and monopod options. They're quiet and maneuver easily within the blind. All models can handle Consumer Pro video and perform quietly in the field. You can even custom pick your setups with 4th Arrow camera arms. If you're looking to tape your hunts this season, check out 4tharrowcameraarms.com. Outdoors Dan approved for the field for great video action. Are you getting ready for hunting season? Well, you've done your homework, and now the time is getting close.
Morning, Skippy.
After you've harvested that deer or wild game, where are
Hi,
you going to
Elvis.
take it? Well, I have an answer.
Thank you, Elvis.
In Milo, Iowa. The Milo Locker has been
Thank you, Chris. I really
and
appreciate it, buddy. That means a lot. Thank you.
Daryl and Angie are the owners, and they take great pride in the fact that they do.
Morning, Steve. Happy 4th to you too, bud.
You can have your deer, moose, elk, or even bear processed and hand-wrapped, cut to your specifications. If you like tasty snacks, Daryl does a great job making snack sticks, summer sausage, and jerky with all sorts of cheese and spice combinations. They do a ton of deer each year at the Milo Locker, and they do each order like it was their own.
Super nice
so if you get lucky this year and need a good locker, try the Milo Locker. Check them out today, or just give them a call at 641-942-6231. and you're on your way to some great eating. In the mood for a great family treat or a special gift idea? Hop on over to the Lollipop Store, located at 647 South Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny. That's where you'll find over 30 fresh flavors of the most delicious Iowa-grown popcorn in the central Iowa area. You'll love the fresh pop flavors like caramel, caramel apple, kettle corn, jalapeno cheddar, cheddar cheese, birthday cake, or patriotic mix, just to name a few. You'll find something for everyone at Lollipop in Ankeny. Harley and his crew can help you pick out the perfect variety pack, tin, or gift package. Lollipop has everything you'll need, from ready-to-eat popcorn to all the fixings to make great popcorn at any event. Everyone loves popcorn, especially when it's from Lollipop. It's the same great popcorn you'll find at the Iowa State Games, locally grown and popped to perfection. Lollipop can help with any special occasion.
Oh, hard to believe 4th of July already, isn't it?
For more information, contact Lollipop at 515-262-3243 or go online at lollipop.com. Lollipop, great tasting popcorn from Iowa since 1960.
We got
There's a place
one more
in Ankeny
4-pack
that's
for the
all
Cubs,
about
right?
the outdoors, and that place is Sportsman's Warehouse. Sportsman's Warehouse is here to provide all lines of hunting and fishing gear at the best prices around.
If you want a 4-pack to go to the Iowa Cubs Outdoor Day, you can call right now, 244-1350, 244-1350, and Andrew will get you lined up. We're going to give away a 4-pack to that is not this Sunday, 2 weeks from Sunday. It's July 17th.
Is simply the best around.
And we're going to be giving away a $1,000 bow, grizzly cooler. Got a big grizzly cooler. We got a $300 gift card to Sportsman's Warehouse. All you got to do is stop by the Outdoor Call radio table. Andrew and I will be there. And we'll have some giveaway stuff to hand out to you. And then we're just going to ask everybody, if you haven't downloaded the Outdoor Call radio app, to do that. And we're going to let you into the drawing. Super easy.
Hi, this is Dr. Don Gilbert from New Life Counseling.
No purchase necessary, just show a little kindness.
And Ankeny, Iowa. I know things can be tough in the world today. I see it every day. People dealing with relationship issues, parenting struggles, anxiety, depression, or folks just looking for a new direction or plan in their life. If you find yourself struggling and are looking for someone to help you find answers to a better relationship, a marriage, or just helping with everyday stress, please consider calling me at New Life. We offer a family-friendly, straightforward approach to helping you to get through the layers of stress that can be harmful to your health, relationships, and your work. The staff at New Life offer one-on-one sessions that get right to the heart of the matter.
Morning, Daniel Matthews. How you doing, buddy?
On how to handle the issues you might be dealing with in your life. When you're looking for someone to listen to you, we're here. Please consider calling us for a confidential appointment at New Life.
Tony says bring on the deer hunting.
225-4006.
It'll be here before you know it, Tony.
Or 964-5003 in Ankeny. Also find us 24/7 at newlifecounseling.com. We are here to help you when you need us.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a great 4th of July weekend. Let me do the Sportsman's Warehouse fishing reports here real quick. If you want to try and get the last 4-pack for the Iowa Cubs Outdoor Day, you can ring-a-dingy for 244-1350? 244-1350. Just ring-a-dingy and we'll get some calls lined up. Lined up. I got the hiccups this morning. All right.
Hey, what's your name? Here's a Mrs. Butterworth.
What is that? Where are you getting that from? I have no idea. I don't even remember saying it.
From you.
Yeah. Arrowhead Lake, the water clarity is good. 244-1350, Jim. Water clarity is good. Find bluegills and crappie in deeper habitat as they're spawning season eanes. Black crappie fair. Crappie near structure, contour, 5 to 10 feet of water. Jig tip of the crawler or small minnow on a jig drifted in the deeper habitat. Bluegills are fair. Look for bluegill in 5 to 10 near woody structure. Black Hawk Lake water levels are 8 inches below the crest on the spillway. Surface water temperature is in the upper 70s and 80s. Black crappie are fair. Fish are around 8 to 11 inches. Most fish have moved offshore and still could be picked up in the ice house point around the fish house. Bluegill are fair. Fish 6 to 7 inches. Browns Lake water levels remain low. Caution when launching boats. Fine channel catfishing around the shoreline near rocky areas. Catfish are spawning right now big time, so there you go. Brushy Creek surface water temperatures in the upper 70. Crappie bite is fair. Fine crappie and submerged wood structure, 5 to 20 feet of water. Gills are fair, bass are fair, walleye are fair, yellow perch are slow. Storm Lake, surface water temperature in the upper 70s. All walleye between 19 and 25 inches must be immediately released unharmed at Store Lake. No more than one walleye longer than 25 inches can be taken per day. Crappie bite is fair, catfish is good, walleye are fair, yellow bass are fair, yellow perch are fair. Upper Pine Lake is crappie are good, the bluegills are fair, largemouth bass are fair. Clear Lake, White Lake is 2.4 inches above crest. They've got a selected slot limit as well. And let's see. Okay, let's go to the phones real quick. I'm on Clear Lake. Let's go say hi to who's the first caller? Bruce. Let's go see what Bruce is up to this morning. Good morning, Bruce. How you doing?
Good. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Happy 4th of July weekend to you.
Yeah, good talking to you again. I talked to you a while back, and I actually won something, but I did. Right now, I didn't do the hunting thing because where my life is and stuff, but I sure like to have a chance at those Cub tickets.
You would, huh? Well, let me ask you a quick question. What animal is the Cubs mascot?
It's the Cubs, the Cubby Bear.
Cubby Bear. Ding, ding, ding. You got the last 4-pack. Congratulations.
Awesome.
So, you got his phone number? Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll call you after the show, Bruce, and get everything squared away for you, okay?
I appreciate that very much.
All right.
What does a 4-pack consist of?
Well, you get 4 tickets.
Okay.
So and then you get to come to the game.
Is it a specific date or is it any date?
It's going to be for the outdoor day, which will be Sunday, July 17th.
Okay, cool.
All righty.
Yes, sir. And that's the day that they, I believe, spin the wheel out there at the Iowa Lottery. And
yeah, I don't know about that. We're just going to be promoting the outdoors. There's going to be a whole bunch of conservation groups there, and Andrew and I will be there doing some stuff in the 7th inning on the field, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome. I look forward to it, and really enjoy listening to your radio show.
Well, that's very kind of you, Bruce. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan.
Hey.
I look forward to it. Yeah, we'll talk to you in a bit.
All right, we'll call you after the show, buddy. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. There we go. That was nice, Bruce. Thank you. Upper Pine Lake, crappie bite is good. Gills are fair. Largemouth bass are fair. Clear Lake is 2.4 inches above crest. 22 inches may be taken per day. No more than one walleye, 22 inches. Little River watershed. Dock is on the main ramp. Black crappie good. Bluegills are slow. 3 mile black crappie slow. Catch crappie up to 11 inches. Bluegill are fair. Walleye are slow. Let's see. Use jigs along the roadbed to catch walleye of all sizes. 12 Mile Creek. Boy, this report's all over the place. The dock is on the main ramp. Bluegill or bite are slow. Try crawlers. Fish under a bobber near the brush piles to catch gills in 8 to 8.5 inches there. Water temperatures in the mid 70s to low 80s on Mount Air District lakes, but the fish are biting, they said. So there you go. There's your Sportsman's Warehouse fishing report for the day. And we got one more big break left. Okay, let me take this last big break, and we'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
So it's time to refill the tank. Where are you going for a great meal that won't break the bank? Well, why not fill up at Central Standard Restaurant in Waukee? There's more than great burgers and handmade ice cream shakes waiting for you at Central Standard Restaurant. They specialize in great food like buttermilk fried chicken, smoked pulled pork, grilled salmon, or an Iowa pork tenderloin, to name just a few. Central Standard Restaurant features a large menu that will be sure to please even the pickiest ones in your crew. The daily mac and cheese specials will bring a smile to any kid from 5 to 50.
He only got those first group, that's why I told you to email him again.
Cold, tall, and amazing. Central Standard
I'm going
Restaurant
to give you his text number. Why don't you text him all the info?
Chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla are always available as well. From large screen TVs and plenty of local and domestic brews, you'll be relaxed and enjoying your time at the Central Standard so much, it'll become one of your go-to places. Carry-out is always available at Central Standard. Central Standard Restaurant is located at 1222
Do you still have the
Southeast
winner's
University
information?
in Waukee, Iowa. Just a short drive
Here,
from anywhere.
here's his
Central
phone number.
Standard
Text it to him. That way
the
you know
perfect
he's
place
getting
to
it.
fill your tank when you're hungry.
It takes 2 vaccines to help protect you
We
this
need to do that today.
flu and COVID-19. And now you can get both shots at the same visit. Learn more at cdc.gov/vaccines.
We all want the
Because remember last week I said he said he hadn't seen only that one first
one
set.
of the most accurate and deadliest broadheads on the market. No matter which Slick Trick model you choose, the Raptor Trick, the Viper Trick, the Magnum, the Wicked Trick, the Grizz Trick 2, or the standard Slick Trick, they all offer bone-crushing penetration with superior cutting diameters. They feature an all-steel ferrule Alcatraz blade lock system to prevent broadhead failures at the moment of impact that will help you get your game. If you're a mechanical fan, the Raptor Trick is going to be your favorite with its 4-edge bone-splitting tip, 2-inch cutting diameter, and deadly accurate flight. Bow hunters need gear that they can depend on 100%.
Morning, Wade. How you doing, buddy? Tell Teresa hi. Happy 4th.
Do not trust it to a head that will not deliver a short recovery. For more information, go online at slicktrick.net. This year, trick 'em with Slick Trick broadheads and tag your game.
If you're into the outdoors, whether it's camping, hunting, or fishing, you want your camping setup to be easy and your stay as comfortable as possible. Camprite has been helping folks enjoy the outdoors as problem-free as possible since 1999. Camprite employees are outdoor enthusiasts that use and design each product to make sure your adventures are ones you'll want to remember. They carry great tents like the original tent cot that started it all. This fully enclosed off-the-ground sleep shelter combines the comfort of a standard sleeping cot with the added protection of a tent. Camprite features several models of tent cots units, including single and double units. They also specialize in sleeping bags, camping tables, cooking prep units, chairs, and other fine quality outdoor products. With over 17 years of field testing all these great outdoor gear products, Camprite is the right choice to make your adventures comfortable and carefree. Check out all these Camprite products at your local Sportsman's Warehouse store or on the web at camprite.com. That's Camprite with a K.com.
When you go big game hunting, do you go the extra step and try to stay undetected and lethal?
What email?
Well, Lethal
Andrew?
Products can help
Don't
you do that
don't email
every
him.
trip. It starts
Text
by
him.
washing your clothes with the Lethal
That way you know
Products
he's
scent-free
getting it.
detergents, providing a layer of protection to avoid their noses. The next step is taking a scent-free shower using Lethal shampoo and body wash and deodorant. Then
You too,
spray
Wade.
down
Good luck
your
fishing, buddy.
area with Lethal Products field and dirt cover sprays. If you do this system, your encounters will
Because
go
I
way
talked
up
to
while hunting big
Andrew
game.
Pullen the other day,
Keeping
and he
your
said he
stink
only
to a
got that
minimum.
first set of
Lethal
emails.
Products also feature
Remember, and
field
that's when I
body
asked you to
wipes
send
that
it
you can
back,
use
but
to
I never
wipe down
heard.
after walking in
I
a
never
tree
seen
on roller
anything
games
after
or
you emailed
emergencies
me,
in the field.
so I don't know why he's
Lethal
not getting your
Products
email.
also provides protection from little pests like ticks and mosquitoes with their bug and tick repellent. Lethal Products is a hunting system you can count on. For more information on Lethal Products, just go to lethalproducts.com. That's lethalproducts.com. Or Archery Field and Sports in Altoona. Lethal Products will help you be lethal in the field.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan. So, Respect the Game TV. If you get a chance to watch RTG on the Sportsman's channel, we're on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. I think it's like 2 or 3 times a week. We got good news. We're on Pursuit now, too. That just started this week. So you got 2 channels to watch Respect the Game TV with Larry, Ryan, Paul, and myself. I'm usually on 2 or 3 times a year. That's all they'll let me be on the TV show. But you got 2 networks now to watch the show, and hey, we're promoting the Outdoor Call Radio app on both networks. So I'm excited about that. If you have put in for the shotgun, you're still in the running. I haven't drawn names yet. We've got about what did we say, under 2 weeks? You got 2 weeks left to try to win. If you haven't, all you have to do to get your choice of a brand new 12 gauge or a 20 gauge shotgun, courtesy of JLM Shooter Supply, is just go download the Outdoor Call Radio app. If you haven't done that yet, it's on your app. If you got an iPhone, it's on your Apple, your iTunes App Store. If you have an Android, it's on Google Play's App Store. The Outdoor Call Radio. That's all you got to put in. If by the time you get to the Outdoor Call, it'll pop up. I mean, I do the Outdoor Call, and it's right there. Totally free. We don't sell your information. We don't track you. It's basically a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week outdoor radio station. So all you hear is nothing but hunting and fishing and other outdoor-related topics 24 hours a day. And so if you go on there and listen, you're going to hear a turkey gobble, and then you're going to hear a shotgun go off. And then Andrew's voice is going to pop on and say, hey, it's time for the JLM Shooter Supply turkey hunt. Here's the phrase. And then once you get that, all you got to do is email me. And as soon as I get your email, I throw it right into the folder. And then here in about 2 weeks, I'm going to pick a name out of there, and you're going to get a brand new turkey gun. So how about that? So if you haven't done that yet, Larry McCoy says, good morning, Andrew.
Good morning. Hopefully he's bringing some donuts soon.
Yeah, he's down. I don't know where Mac is. He's probably in Missouri. So if you haven't done,
there's overnight or whatever.
Yeah, he can overnight you some donuts. Yeah, there you go. If you haven't downloaded the Outdoor Call Radio app, please do so, and tell your friends if they love hunting and fishing. And we're going to have Sam Thrash on here in a second. He's a brand new show. He starts on Monday, July 4th, the Fall Obsession show. We got two more shows we're going to be adding on here in the next couple weeks. So the network is definitely growing, and so you can listen to Fred Eichler, Michael Lee from Backwoods Life, the Keystone Experience. That's Mountain Man and Matt. We got the fine folks at Spurs Up Calls. You got John Pageant and Ben. We got Aaron Martin with Bass Edge, Jason Mitchell Outdoors, Walleye Professional Angler and Guide. We got Spencer and the gang up in Boone, the River Certified show, which is all about river fishing. We got Hank Shaw, who's one of the most famous outdoor chefs in the country. We got Scott Laseth, the sporting chef. He's on Thursdays. And we also have Jonathan O'Delph, who won a show called From the Back Burner. All three great cooking shows there. It's all outdoor related. We got the Fred Eichler, the Fred Eichler on Everything Eichler. We got Logan and the gang for Talk Dirt to Me, which is all about farming and agriculture in the outdoors. They talk about guns. They talk about a whole bunch of different stuff. We got Ben and I on the Healthy Herd. We got Nathan Brooks and Darren Christianberry talking professional archery, indoor, outdoor tips. That's a show called Hunting for X's. We got a young lady by the name of Steph Lane. You can hear her show today, actually, on the app. It's called Woods and Water. And now we're going to have Fall Obsession. And we got the Trevor from the Outdoor Drive. He's got a great show from the East Coast, which is really good. Talks hunting and fishing. Mr. George Lynch from right here in Iowa has got a show called The Legendary Gear Show, George Lynch podcast, and he talks waterfowl and whitetails. So we got a great lineup. It's all free. It's your one. You just go and open the app, and you can listen to that anytime you want through your car system. You can listen at home, and you don't have to go search for shows anymore. We got some of the top outdoor personalities in the country on there for you to listen to, and we're always giving stuff away, so you got a chance of winning some great swag, too. Hank, good morning down here at Revelton. What's going on at Revelton today? You got a big concert tonight, Hank? Let me know. Anyway, we appreciate you. All right, 7:57 already. Boy, that hour went fast. I want to thank Jim Coffey from the Iowa DNR coming on, talking turkeys and talking about that brood survey and stuff. We had a lot of folks checking that information out, so that was good. All right, we're going to take a real 2-minute break, and we'll be back with Mr. Sam from Fall Obsession right here on 1350 ESPN. Hey, Dan, what's going on, buddy?
You were hunting, and a deer tick just crawled onto your leg and is burying its head into your flesh. You can't feel the bite, and you may or may not find the tick. In the coming weeks, you may or may not notice a red ring around the bite. Shortly thereafter, you may or may not get really sick. Your doctor may or may not test you for Lyme disease. The test may or may not detect it, meaning you may or may not get the medication needed. If untreated or not treated on time, you could have a lifetime of complications. Don't take that chance. Get Elimitic clothing from Game High.
Good morning, Larry Mack.
Insect shield, a repellent that is fused to the fabric fibers. Ticks hate it. Elimitic clothing will retain its effectiveness for the life of the garment and needs no special care. The treatment is odorless and invisible. Wearing Elimitic can help protect you from ticks, chiggers, and other biting insects, and is featured in a complete line of quality Game Hide hunting clothing. To learn more, visit GameHide.com.
Everyone that goes outdoors needs a good partner. One partner that's very important is a good knife. Kershaw Knives has knives and tools for every outdoor situation, whether you're into hunting, fishing, camping, climbing, or hiking. For hunting, you can't go wrong with the Lone Rock Sheath Knife. These sheath-style knives feature a gut hook or classic clip blade design and are great for hunting. The handles are made to stay in your hand and not slip, and the blades are made with the highest quality high-carbon stainless steel. When you get your game down, try an RBK skinning knife. This knife allows you to change out blades as they wear down, so you're always keeping the sharpest point on your game. There's even an extra handle, so your buddy can help you cape out your game, saving time on getting your valuable meat cooled down fast. Kershaw has knives for people on the go, like the brand new Shuffle. This new folding knife has great looks, a tool option, and opens beverages. Perfect for when you're on the go. Check out all the knives at KershawKnives.com or at sporting goods stores near you. Kershaw Knives, an outdoor partner you can count on.
Hey America, when you barbecue, cookies is the one. Lots of flavor, lots of goodness.
Hank, is that Dang? D-A-N-G? Felton? Is that right, bud?
Cookies barbecue sauce is the barbecue sauce America loves to eat.
KRNT Des Moines is 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN. Des Moines sports leader.
And that was gone!
A Des Moines radio group station.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to hour number 2 of the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. The hour number 2 is brought to you by the fine folks at Elite Archery. Have you taken the shootability challenge yet? If you have not, I encourage you to go to your nearest Elite dealer and give them a holler and go line up a shooting challenge. And I would encourage you to try the terrain, the basin, or the Envision. The Envision's what I'm shooting right now. I really love that bow. It's a tack driver, and if once you get out there, get it all set up to your proper draw length and the draw weight that you like to shoot, you are going to see what I am talking about when I talk about that Elite field. That Envision's got that ASIM tri-track system, and it is amazingly well equipped to shoot. I love my bow, man. I think it goes. Hey, just check it out. Go to your nearest Elite dealer, and you'll see what I'm talking about. That terrain. If you're on a budget, you can't ask for a better hunting bow on a budget than that terrain. You can see all that at Archery Field and Sports, or you up at Sportsman's Warehouse, or an Elite dealer near you. Go check them out and tell them thanks for carrying Elite. All right, let's see. We got. What was I going to tell you? I was going to tell you something here real quick. Hang on, I got a long thing from Dan. Yep, thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that. Jeff, that was a long one, man. It took me a while to read it. Keep it short and pithy, buddy. Happy 4th to you. All right, hang on. I got another good morning. Looking forward to seeing y'all. Oh, there you go, Chris. Chris is going to be at the Bash. Larry Mack and I are going to be at the Pure Whitetail Bash in Ohio next week. We're looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Hey, let's go over to the phones, and we're going to talk to someone that's not been on the show before. It's making his debut, Mr. Sam Thrash from Fall Obsession. Sam, good morning to you. Happy 4th.
Morning, Dan. Happy 4th. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. What are y'all doing down in Texas this weekend? Let me guess. Barbecue.
Man, I wish, man. No concrete plans for me, actually. I'm just trying to kind of take it easy and enjoy a holiday weekend, you know?
Wasn't that like the state food, barbecue down there?
Oh, yeah. We got some good barbecue for sure. You have to come down and we'll try a few joints.
Hey, don't threaten me, man. Don't threaten me on a good time. I'll be right there.
Come on.
Yeah, that's good. Sam, hey, it's good to have you on. I already got, do you know a gentleman by the name of Dan Corsi?
I am, yes, I'm familiar.
Yeah, he's all about Fall Obsession, man. He gave you a big fist bump already.
Yeah, shout out to Dan for sure. I believe he's rocking an Elite bow that he got in a giveaway from us. Pretty awesome cure from a couple years ago. So hope that bow's still serving you good, buddy.
Do you know somebody from Elite? Do you know? You don't know that one feller named Larry something, do you?
Man, there's a guy named Larry over there, and I don't know, man. He's a questionable character for sure. Just one weird feller, you know, likes to hunt and do all this sorts of weird stuff, you know. So.
I'm telling you, man, that he's like a jar of pickle relish. You just never know what you're going to get.
No, yeah. we We love some Larry, Dan. We love us some Larry.
Oh, I do. Yes, I'm gonna leave that alone. I gotta see him. He's one of the. How do I describe Larry McCoy? He is an enigma wrapped in a riddle. How you like that?
That was a very good summary.
Yeah.
I can. Yeah, that's a very good
summary. Larry says tangy sensation. He's actually watching this on Facebook Live right now.
Awesome.
So, tell everybody about Fall Obsession. What in the world is Fall Obsession? And is it just something we all have?
No, it's something y'all can find for sure. So Fall Obsession is a hunting and outdoor media production company. Started it several years back and has kind of been an ever-evolving process. We put together a great team of guys and who are more than likely listening this morning, and I appreciate all of them. But we've basically creating organic hunting and outdoor content, trying to get down to the same level as the blue-collar outdoorsman, because that's what all of us are just hard-working blue-collar outdoorsmen, and trying to create the same level of quality content that you're going to see on these higher quality pages and everything, but at a relatable level to that everyday hunter. And really taking off with some YouTube series that we've been running, and our all-inclusive website where we have not just our video series, but also just educational articles, wild game recipes. Our podcast is on there, and our podcast is probably what's been the biggest push here in the past couple of years. We've gotten tons of listeners across the country tune into that. We got over 100 episodes online, and we drop a new one every single Monday morning on all the major platforms and Waypoint TV app. And now your show as well, Dan, the Outdoor Call Radio. We're getting plugged into your network and excited about that. So, man, we're just we love to hunt. We're based down here in Texas. Is kind of where I would call it our hub is, if you will. But we have pro and field staffers across the country and in over a dozen different states. So that really helps us with our content too, actually bringing it into a relatable level for people in those areas, because I'm from Texas. I can't speak very knowledgeably to hunting in the Northeast or elk hunting in Colorado, whatever that might be. But we're very fortunate to have people who are well versed in those different subjects in both of those areas that can contribute to our pages and give us content for our viewers, for our listeners, relevant to the areas and the animals that they hunt. So.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the reason why I started the Outdoor Call Radio Network. I wanted a way to bring all my friends in from the industry, a place to put, not only start a show whenever we wanted to do a Wednesday drive show, but with technology, Sam, the way it is now, I've been doing the radio shows for 25 years, and technologies, you can go start a network, you can go to YouTube, you can go to these other platforms, you can get an app developed with a server company and basically have your own radio station now, which is what we did on the Outdoor Call Radio app. But the beautiful thing about that is I'm able to bring shows in like yours, and then Trevor Berwick from the Outdoor Drive, or Michael Lee from Backwoods Life down in the South, and Fred Eichler over there in Colorado. I'm able to get all these friends of mine that have all these different perspectives on hunting and fishing, and folks don't have to go look for it or search for it. It's all on one radio station that's online, and it's amazing that what you can do with technology these days, and we're really happy to do it. It's a lot of work, but boy, it's a lot of fun doing it.
Absolutely, Dan. Yeah, there's just a huge push to the online world for all this, which is good and bad. And kind of starting with the good, we have. Not that people aren't still watching the TV shows and everything on the major networks and such, but, everything just being in the palm of your hand on your cell phone is kind of the direction that folks are going, so they can plug in any time. And we've seen even more of the bigger name shows going online, whether it's, on some of these hunting streaming apps that have been rolling out, like Waypoint TV or My Outdoor TV, whatever they might be. And then even just on YouTube as well, some shows even putting their episodes up on there. The bad part of that too is just with some of the social media censorship and everything that we're having having to deal with, and I know we've had to kind of finagle our way around some of that here at Fall Obsession, but that's just unfortunately the world we live in.
You know what? How long you been doing this, Sam?
Man, so it's been a long journey. Fall Obsession started as a blog, just a simple blog that I was just posting my own stuff on 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But I would say for the last 3 or 4 years has really been when we've gotten serious. We've had a clear vision, and we've been trying to build this into something bigger.
Well, you've been doing it long enough. You should know this already. Just you no matter what you do or say, somebody's going to have something to say about it, or somebody's going to have a negative comment. When I first started, that used to bug me a little bit, and I just got tone deaf to it. I just hit I always put that in the old welcome file. That's the delete key. So yep. you're never gonna win, and it's not worth your sanity. Just do yourself a favor and hit delete, because that's where it belongs. Because if someone doesn't agree with hunting or fishing or whatever, don't watch, don't listen. You're more than welcome to turn the channel. I mean, nobody's sitting there forcing you to watch this stuff. Larry, Ryan, and Paul put my elk hunt up on our Respect the Games TV's YouTube channel, and actually had somebody call me a murderer because I shot the elk, and I'm sitting there crying because that's the best elk I ever got. I mean, it was an emotional day for me, and we grabbed every ounce of protein off of that mountain that I could, and that elk went to feed my family. And if you don't agree with hunting, I don't have a problem with that. God bless you. That's your decision. But don't sit there and try to make me feel bad for doing my God-given right to go out and hunt and fish. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you and I are speaking the same language for sure. I'm with you 100% on that.
Absolutely. So yeah, just keep trucking and doing what you're doing. Actually, hey, RTG, we're going to be on Waypoint, or if not, we're not already. We should be on Waypoint TV there as well. I think Larry told me that a couple weeks ago we were coming on. So it's really nice how you can diversify your shows and stuff these days.
I know. Yeah, like I said, we're on there. Our podcast is on all major podcast platforms. We post our podcast videos to our YouTube channel. And we're just trying to roll out some unique series. One that's kind of near and dear to my heart, and that I've put a lot of time into is we call our Texas Dirt series, which is on our YouTube channel. The first season, we're actually filming the second season right now. But last year, some of our admin crew down here in Texas, we were able to get on start managing an 807-acre property down here in Texas, pretty much raw hunting property, never been hunted before, so we're building it from the ground up. So pretty stoked about that. Put a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of money into that property so far, and continuing to do that again this year. So series like that are just some cool stuff that we're trying to bring to our platforms. That one in particular, man, it's not just hunting and stuff. I mean, once you roll into hunting season, there's some hunting on there, but we're also just trying to show kind of the management side of all that behind the all the work that goes into it beforehand, I guess you should say.
Yeah.
And it's been fun.
So we're going to have you guys on every Monday. You'll be able to go to the Outdoor Call radio app and hear Fall Obsession, hear Sam and all the gang. If they tune in on Mondays, Sam, what are they going to hear? What kind of topics or shows are you going to be on, or are they going to be able to hear when they check it out?
Man, any and everything. Like I said, we have had over 100 episodes online, diligently publishing every single Monday morning, and we have, sometimes we got guests on. We had our latest guest, I guess I should say, was a lady named Sarah Gamache from the Pacific Northwest, big game hunter, Africa hunter. She's gone all sorts of crazy adventures, and she just came on to kind of tell her story, some of her adventures. We have guests like her on all the time. Some of our own guys, our own staff members, they're very knowledgeable in different areas, like even some stuff that's not as glamorous, like the Colorado draw application process and some complicated stuff like that. Some of our guys are very well versed in that and come on to discuss, educational points like that. And man, sometimes, and honestly, my favorite episodes to record are what we call just our hunting camp talk episodes, where we just get on and just start talking hunting. No agenda, no notes, no special guests or anything like that. It's just us. It's just us hanging out, talking, hunting, and man, I love those sessions. Oftentimes it's me and our either our media production manager Nick Powell or our marketing manager Drew Tordick. Both of those guys come on with me frequently just to hang out, talk hunting, and we really try to bring our podcast at those times into. We want our listeners to feel like they are in hunting camp with us, just hanging out, listen to us talk around a campfire. So that's what we try to do.
There we go. Dale Griffin just chimed in on Facebook Live, says he listens to the app almost every night. Dale, that's very kind of you. Thank you. We appreciate that, buddy.
Awesome.
So I got to tell you, I popped your logo up on Facebook 2 weeks ago and said, hey, new show coming soon. And I had more people compliment. They love that logo.
Man, we've gotten a lot of compliments over that. I think it was, I don't know, it was probably 4, maybe 5 years ago now. I don't recall exactly that we kind of did a quote-unquote takeover on some of our logos and designs and launched a new website platform that we still have today that is custom designed for us sharing all these different avenues of content. But man, when we rolled that logo out, it was that same interaction. You know, folks were just they loved it, and I was happy to see that. And you know, we're keeping it going and keeping that logo and variations of it in all of our content because it's going strong.
Yeah, Tommy Allen, how you doing? Good morning, happy 4th. Sean, I will see you next week in Ohio at the Pure Whitetail Bash, buddy. Tommy, if you're there, I'll see you at the Bash. Susan, good morning back in Missouri. Good to see you. Thanks for everybody checking out Facebook Live this morning. Hey, when we come back, well, I'm going to take a real quick break. When we come back, Sam, let's talk a little bit about where hunting is in Texas. You know, what your populations look like. How's the Rios doing down there? I don't know if I've really talked to anybody in Texas about Rios. I had Denny Brower on. You know who Denny is, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Denny is a pro bass angler, just retired. He just retired down there to Lake Amistad. And Denny's a big bow hunter. The guy was on a Wheaties box for fishing. I mean, how much bigger can you get for that? But he loves bow hunting as much as he does fishing. We were talking about some of the stuff, but when we come back, let's talk a little bit about what's going on in your neck of the woods down in Texas as far as the game. Can we do that?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll be right back with Sam from Follow-Up Session on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. We'll be back after these fine words from our partners.
Hello, this is Dave from JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale. We are a full-service
Amen,
shop that
Chris.
specializes
Amen.
in helping you find the right firearm for your needs. We carry new and used firearms for all shooting disciplines, from self-defense to shooting enthusiasts, as well as folks who like to hunt. We have recently expanded our store to better serve your needs. We still accept trades on all types of guns. We'll also look at any firearm you might wish to sell or put on consignment. JLM Shooter Supply carries firearms to meet any budget, and we can even special order items for those who like to add higher-end guns to their collection. JLM also has a full-time gunsmith on board that can help with all your gun repair needs. So from ammo and hearing protection to gun cleaning kits, holsters, and sights, we handle it all at JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale. Please stop by and see us at 6931 Douglas Avenue in Urbandale or call us at 515-331-1577. That's 515-331-1577.
Just tell your listeners if they're on tired or not sleeping or feeling pain all day, well, you don't have to suffer, and you can get help to relax. Have you heard of Emperor One? But Emperor One is a U.S.-based company that is helping folks reduce pain every day. I've been using the Emperor One CBD lotion and salve on my knee and back, and I have seen incredible results in pain relief. It's also helping me to stop having to take other medications that can cause me stomach issues to get relief. Emperor One offers lotions, drops, gummies, and other CBD products that have been helping folks all around this country. These products are totally natural and are not habit-forming. They will just help you start feeling like your old self again. So if you're looking for a natural way to find pain relief or reduce your daily stress, please go check out EmperorOneCBD.com. That's EmperorOneCBD.com, and your days will start feeling better really soon. And then we'll probably talk a little bit about Bigfoot before we get off. You're heading out on your morning hunt well before sunrise, so you can stay undetected from that giant you've been chasing all season. Wouldn't it be nice to know exactly where your stand or blind location is without letting anyone know where you're at walking in? Have you ever heard of Onyx? Onyx is one of the most important pieces of hunting gear that you can use and always have with you.
There you go, Chris.
The Onyx Hunt App allows you not only to get from your truck to your hunting spots, it also allows you to mark and save your parking spots, scrapes, food plots, rub lines, or some possible next stand locations. The Onyx Hunt App is also a great way to see your property and know where you stand. Onyx is a mobile app that you can take anywhere. It's recognized by game wardens all around the country as
There's
a valuable
Fall Obsession's website right there.
So, if you want to always know where you are,
isn't that a neat logo? Look at that logo.
That will help you be a better
I like
hunter,
that logo.
Go download the Onyx Hunt app.
FallObsession.com.
Hey, are you in the market for a new RV this year? Here's a place to help you start looking for that new travel partner for your next vacation or outdoor adventure. Head on over to the friendly folks at Imperial RV Center in Ankeny. Imperial RV has been serving Iowa camping enthusiasts for 50 years. They carry pull-behind or fifth-wheel RVs from Sprinter, Hideout, Passport, and Alpine. They now carry SMC horse trailers that have built-in living quarters for rodeo and horse lovers. Imperial RV also features a full-service center ready for any repair that your RV might have. Imperial RV can finance on-site to help you with all your financing needs. They also have a full-service parts department.
This is just for the Facebook Live people. I'm going to give you the first crack at this. I got a Cookies Barbecue Grill Pack over there. It's got barbecue sauce, a jar of flavor enhancer. If you call 244-1350 right now, we'll give that away to somebody watching on Facebook Live right now if you're in the Des Moines area. All right? I can't ship it. They won't let me.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a great 4th of July weekend. My guest is Mr. Sam from Fall Obsession down there in Texas. We're talking a little hunting. And I got to who's the guy on your website? You guys got all them geese or whatever. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you. If you're looking at it, who's the guy with the beard on the far left there, Sam?
That's one of our staff guys. It's Tyler Wolf, and the beard is glorious. Absolutely.
Well, see, do you know who Kent Huser is? You watch Respect the Game TV, don't you?
Of course I do.
Okay, yeah. Well, you know who Kent is. That's Ryan's daddy, right?
Yeah, I've seen him, yes, sir.
Yeah, I was looking at your website, and it's like, oh my gosh, that guy looks like Kent. So, I mean, you got a scary guy you got to put up with, too.
He's scary, but he's very, very knowledgeable. He's got a heart of gold, and one of the best hunters that I've ever met, for sure. He's legit.
Well, there you go. Now, just do me a favor. Tell me that at least your bearded guy knows how to judge a deer, because Kent doesn't know how to judge a deer for nothing. We were filming in Iowa last year. I was hunting, and Kent came up, and he was filming for me. And he's sitting there tapping me on the head. Dan, there's a shooter. And I kind of, you tense up as soon as somebody does that, right? You're all nervous.
Right.
And I just kind of looked over my shoulder, and there's about a 135 coming into the bean field. And I looked at him. I said, "That's a shooter?" And he just looks at me. "Yeah, that's a shooter." I said, "We're in Iowa. Come on." Because he's always telling me he sees these 200-inch deer all the time, Sam. And it's like, we need to work on your antler development skills there.
I need to buy you a new tape measure.
He just got excited. I've done that before. When you're filming, I mean, you guys are doing the same thing. When you're out there filming and stuff, and you see that flash of antler come through the brush and stuff, boy, your heart just starts pounding. You reach over, you make sure that ND filter where it's need to be, and you start reaching for that focus ring. And I mean, because you got to be the camera guy first, right, or the camera person first, and it adds a different element to it for sure, doesn't it?
Oh, it does, man, and that's, I mean, we do a majority of self-filming, down here with our series and everything, and it's a luxury actually when there's a couple of us in camp that can run a camera, because we actually have cameramen at that point, but it's until that point you're spot on. It's just you got to be dedicated to that camera, and that's the unfortunate part of having a platform. Sometimes you wish you could just hunt, but you can't. You gotta get that camera on them.
Yeah. See, I self-film probably 90% of my stuff. Kent comes up and helps me once in a while. Larry will sit with me, but I tell you, I hate trying to film deer hunts when you're bow hunting by yourself. I mean, it's just I've had so. Larry calls me the watcher of the show. Dan's the deer watcher because I sit there. He gets so mad at me. I'll have bucks come into the decoy and stuff, and you're going to relate to this because you're doing it. When you're sitting there when you're filming and you sit there and you look and you're waiting for that deer to turn, so you want to take the best pristine shot you can to put that animal down as quickly and humanely as possible. I mean, that's our mission as a hunter, right? And you want to make sure the footage is good as well. So I'm sitting there trying to get all this stuff. I got these bucks coming into my Dave Smith buck decoy, and Larry goes, "Why didn't you shoot him right there?" I said, "Well, I didn't think I had the right angle." He goes, "That deer was dead right there. What's your problem?" I said, I don't want to hear any more criticism out of you, Larry Mack. I'm sorry, but at the moment, I didn't think I had the opportunity. He goes, "You know what? You just like watching deer. You're just a watcher. You're the designated watcher of the show." Yeah.
And I would. I don't know. I might get labeled that after last season because with our first year on the Texas property down here, man, I passed on some bucks that in previous years on previous properties I probably would have shot. But we're trying to be management minded. All these bucks were probably 3, some 4.5-year-olds. They were good deer. Again, a blue collar hunter in Texas years ago would have shot them, but now I'm trying to be management minded. There's one that haunts me. He's probably, if there's one I should have shot, it was probably him. But the rest of them, I'm pretty happy with my decision to let him walk. But yeah, I would probably get branded as the fall obsession deer watcher last year.
Well, God, I'll tip my hat to you because we got to stick together. I'm telling you. There was one, Sam, I should have probably taken a shot. I called him, grunted him right in. He went right to the decoy. He was a 9-point, but he had 3 on one side and 6 on the other. And he was wide. He was a nice deer, and it's just like, I'm gonna let him go one more year. And I got back home and I looked at the footage, and it's like, I kind of screwed up. He had bigger mass than I thought.
Yeah. I'll send you a photo after we get done recording of this deer that I passed.
Yeah. I love decoying. I don't know about you, but to me, I think that is so fun. When you get them deer to get all gomered up and they come in sideways with that attitude and they knock that decoy off its pedestal, I don't think that's about as exciting as it gets in the fall. That is when it all works out. That's such a great hunt.
Oh yeah, that's outstanding right there.
Yeah. Did you see Larry's hunt in Kansas? It's on Munster Bucks. I think Tyler put it on Munster Bucks this last year. His Kansas hunt 2 years ago was that was one of the neatest decoy hunts I've ever seen. Did you get that? Was on Heartbreak Ridge out in Kansas where we go. Did you see that hunt?
I did. That was man. That hunt just kind of, I don't know, as a bow hunter, it kind of sent chills down my back. Like that's just that's like watching a movie.
Yeah.
In the bow hunting, because that's just picture perfect what you want to see from a buck coming in, or what you dream of seeing. I guess I should say a buck that's that locked in. I was very, very jealous.
Oh, I was too, because I never get to hunt that spot. Larry comes into camp. It's all about Larry. Oh, Larry's here. Larry gets to go to Heartbreak Ranch. Where am I going? You're going to Gar Hole number 2.
Man, you might need to rebrand your show Harp on Larry or something like that.
Oh, Sam, I haven't even started harping on Larry yet. He gives it to me 5 times better. Trust me. I'll never catch up with Larry Mack. I'm telling you. Larry, I talk to Larry every day, man. He's one of my best buddies, but he's always giving me grief. Malcolm Jones, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for watching on Facebook Live. Appreciate you. That's the thing, Sam. Yeah, you get around people. You said it a few minutes ago with your staff. You get around folks that know, they're passionate about hunting. You get to you sit there and talk stories and strategies and stuff. And when you get somebody that's like-minded with it, you get to work with like that. It really is a blessing. There's nothing I wouldn't do for Larry, Ryan, or Paul. We got such a good team on RTG, and it sounds to me like you got the exact same situation going on with Fall Obsession.
Yeah, man. Like I said earlier, I'm very proud of our team and kind of the crew that we put together here, and it's funny how it's evolved over the years. Like our vice president, marketing manager Drew Tordick, he started back in 2015 with us as just one of our field staff members. Actually, our first field staff crew we ever put together, and he's come on up through Fall Obsession and just been pretty influential in the growth that we've seen. I'm like I mentioned, I'm a blue collar hunter. I don't work for Fall Obsession full time. My full time job is actually as a firefighter paramedic.
Oh, good for you.
And our media production manager, Nick Powell, he's actually a firefighter paramedic as well. That's how we got to know each other, is working for the same agency. So, it's relationships like that have come into hunting, and now hunting is honestly a huge focus of it. And our staff has done an amazing job too. Like you mentioned, that picture that you saw on our website of those folks holding those snow geese and everything. That was a hunt that happened this past spring. Kind of our Midwestern crew, some folks that live out there in Kansas and Indiana and that area up in there through the Midwest. They've communicated over email, text, all that kind of stuff over the years, but they've never gone hunting before, and they actually took the initiative to put together a hunt and go on a trip together with an outfitter, I believe in Missouri, and they just absolutely killed it and said from the very get-go that it was just like family, just hanging out again, and that's kind of the culture that we want to have here at Fall Obsession is that family, that true hunting camp culture, behind the cameras, behind the social media pages and everything. We're just like everybody else, and that's what we want to bring to our content.
Well, that's exactly what you want. Hey, how's the Rio population down there in Texas? Are your turkeys doing good?
Man, it's a little sparse in my neck of the woods, if I'm being honest. I did not turkey hunt this spring at all, and the property that we have, we've seen just some trail cam pictures just here and there, sporadic, of turkeys every once in a while, but there's really one specific area of the property, and then our admin Nick, his dad, both of our dads hunt the property with us, and his dad went out there this past spring for a couple weekends. And first weekend I was texting him, asking him if he was seeing any birds out there, and he said, "No, man, I've seen like one hen, and that's it. There's nothing out here." Second weekend Second weekend they went out there, they were able to actually connect his daughter on a tom down there, which was the first tom that we've seen on the property. So I was excited. I was excited for her, but man, it's dry down here, and I would say in the past 2-3 years, there's definitely been a little bit of a decline. So.
Yeah, I think I just had Iowa turkey biologists on this morning, and I'm hearing that from all over the country. Our turkeys are, in a declining situation, and it's definitely something we, as outdoors folks, we need to pay attention to it and protect the resource as much as we can. So. You guys are so blessed down in Texas with you got turkeys, you got javelinas, you got beautiful whitetails, you got elk, you got bear. I mean, you got everything down there you could ever want.
It is a land of opportunity for sure. I'm exclusively pretty much whitetails and feral hogs on my place, but you head south, absolutely javelinas, and even one thing that's been really kind of coming along up in the Panhandle up in Texas is actually pronghorn.
Yeah.
We actually last year have a pronghorn season down here for the first time, and a very good personal friend of mine and a fellow hunter, we had him on the podcast last fall. He actually got to go on a Texas pronghorn hunt, and it was an incredible experience for him. That episode's on our site, but it's more and more opportunities like that coming to Texas. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah. Now, since you're a paramedic, are you ACLS certified?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Okay, well then I can hunt with you, because if I ever come down there and hunt with you, and if I actually get to shoot something, you can revive me then.
Yeah, I'll tag along. I take payment in backstraps. So.
I almost needed somebody that was ACLS certified, Advanced Cardiac Life Support. I almost needed somebody when I got my elk on Colorado. It's like I thought Paul and Ryan were going to have to thump me, or not Paul and Ryan, Paul and Ty, because I'm getting. I'll tell you, Sam, it's crazy. Well, I got to tell you, I enjoyed having you on here. I can't wait for everybody to get to hear your shows on Mondays on the Outdoor Call Radio app. I look forward to getting to know you better. And I know Larry speaks so really, really highly of you and everybody. And so I'm anxious to hear your shows as well as everybody else. And we'll get you back on again at another time and visit if that's okay.
Yeah, man, I enjoyed it. Thanks for having us on, letting us talk about Fall Obsession, and we look forward to joining your network and being a part of it.
Yeah, well, we're definitely gonna be happy to promote you. That's for sure. Hey, before I let you go, what elite are you shooting?
Man, I'm hoping to be running that Envision this upcoming year. I got a text thread going with Larry about some equipment for our staff this year and stuff. So I'm excited to get an Envision in my hand.
You're gonna love it. As much as I loved the Remedy last year, you're gonna really love that Envision. That wider limb pocket and that riser they lengthen that riser out, and that bow is so balanced in your hand, Sam. You're gonna really enjoy shooting that.
Man, I'm excited. I'm still holding on to my Cure, man. I love that bow too.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that was a great bow. I love that Cure and the Remedy were my favorites until this Envision came out. I think you'll be really happy. So, awesome. You're going to have to give me a holler and let me know how you like it when you get it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll have plenty of content on our pages about them too.
All right, Sam, tell everybody how they can find you.
And Fall Obsession is on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Be sure you go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're putting out new videos on a weekly basis on there. FallObsession.com is our website. Like I mentioned earlier, all of our media series, wild game recipes, educational articles, our online store with some of our apparel, everything is on that website, covering hundreds of different topics in the hunting world. And we're also now with our podcast, we're also on Waypoint TV, free hunting and outdoor streaming service. App you can download on your phone. We're on Outdoor Call Radio, obviously, with Dan. And also go check us out on Go Wild app, which is a censorship-free app for hunters and outdoorsmen. So we're in a lot of places, got a lot of good things going.
There you go. Hey, and thank you for what you do out there keeping people safe and taking care of them. We don't tell our EMT and service people thank you enough. So thank you for doing that.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome, Sam. We'll talk to you soon. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Are you into hunting, fishing, camping, or tailgating? If you are, we'd like to introduce you to Arctic Ice. Arctic Ice is a brand new way to keep your game, beverages, and camping supplies cold and fresh wherever your adventure takes you. Arctic Ice Packs are a rugged ice substitute that maintains low temperature longer than a bag of ice and does not have the slushy mess that can contaminate what's in your cooler. If you like to hunt or fish, look at the Alaskan Series or Arctic Ice Packs that will keep your game or fish at 34 degrees for 3 to 4 days. If you're wanting to really freeze things up, try the Tundra Packs that can keep your wild game and fish at dry ice temperatures for the travel back home. For tailgating or camping, try the Chillin' Brew Packs. They'll keep your beverages of choice at frosty cold temperatures 4 times longer than what a bag of ice can. If you want your game, fish, or camping goods to stay fresh and cold as possible without the mess of regular ice, go check out Arctic Ice Packs today. You can find models of Arctic Ice Packs at Sportsman's Warehouse or at www.arctic-ice.com.
Tacticam has launched the best-in-class cellular trail camera, the #1 selling action camera in the industry. The new Reveal by Tacticam will change the way you scout forever. Not only is it one of the easiest to set up, but the most affordable cellular camera on the market. As you know, you educate your game and leave your scent when checking cameras in the field. With Reveal, those issues are gone. You can receive pictures in almost real time right to your app without going into the field. The Reveal offers half-second trigger speeds, detects game from up to 96 feet away in 4G and LTE wireless modules. Verizon and AT&T plans available. 24-inch
Malcolm, that
LCD
is a great bow, man. I love my Envision.
and data plans starting as
That
low
thing
as
is so
$5 a
stable.
month. The Reveal's world-class app allows you to set up your camera, add cameras, view and organize pictures, and much more. Again, plans starting as low as $5 a month. The new Reveal by Tacticam saves time, gas, and most importantly, helps you stop educating your game. RevealCellCam.com for more info.
Let's talk about a story, an Iowa story about a dream that took several years to come true in Osceola, Iowa. It's the story of Revelton Distilling
Can you believe it's 8:38 already? That's crazy. The show's flying today.
Were born from the labor of
Good guest today.
Taylor. It's amazing hearing the customers' descriptions of how unique each bottle looks and how each spirit tastes and satisfies with every sip. From the honey whiskey to the whiskey and cream, or the robust mulberry gin, American gin, or vodkas. Revelton Distilling visitors can't believe the flavor profiles the mixologists are creating at the distillery every day. Revelton Distillery is open Wednesday through Sunday in Osceola. They're located at 1400 West Clay Street, right off I-35. Revelton Distillery fine spirits are also available at your local grocery and other retailers around Iowa.
5-minute conversations. Yeah. See, you think I'm exaggerating. I'm not. He gets on there yapping. It's like, hi, let's get you on the show.
Then it's time for a Revelton moment.
Every spring it happens. You can't wait to hear those first gulls. And the trick to getting that calm is sounding as sweet as the hen roosted out in front of you. Have you ever heard of Spurs Up Call?
Revelton's got, Hank, where did you go?
We can craft your perfect custom call out of cherry, zebra, or walnut.
Dan Felton will be at the Revelton Distillery from 4 to 7 tonight singing.
One friction service for those who want to run just one sound. While our double
That's what Hank said anyway.
Designs can run multiple sounds, so you can switch between yells, cuts, or contentment calls in a split second. And size does matter when it comes to the sound. Our larger single and double wagon wheels have a deeper sound, while the mini wagon calls have a higher pitch. If your box calls
I was just asking.
Our little lady walnut box call is the one you'll want in your arsenal. Spurs Up Calls is a family call business that knows that little things make a big difference. Check out our calls at SpursUpCalls.com. Spurs Up Calls, family owned and hunter friendly.
Tony says he worked hard.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
You got Tony fooled.
Gonna take you for a ride in my brand new car.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Happy 4th of July to everybody. Hope you're having a great weekend. Speaking of great, I got the late, great Mr. Joe Smelter. Why do I call him late? Because I still haven't got my truck. Right, Smelty?
Oh, it's my fault?
What?
It's my fault?
Well, you know...
He has to have a scapegoat here, and it can't be him.
No,
it can't be me.
That's not true.
So there you go.
That's not true. That's not true at all. It's just, I called Joe all the time. I said, hey, what are you doing? He goes, well, I'm up in Wright City. I go, what are you doing in Wright City? I'm delivering a truck. I said, really? And then I'll call him the next time. He go, where you at? He goes, I'm up at Ames delivering a truck. I said, well, why can't you drive down to Mexico and go get my truck? You do it for all of these other people. My truck's just sitting there waiting.
It is.
Yeah.
Maybe I do it on purpose.
Yeah, I think I bet you put me on delay. I can believe that.
I have the red button, and I can use it at my discretion.
The red button.
Yep. Delay.
That's fine.
Right.
That's fine. I got.
Oh, this is how you're going to talk to me? Yep.
Yeah.
Delay again.
Yeah.
Delay again.
Yeah, that's fine. If you want to use the Munson option, you just go right ahead.
Yeah. Hey, it's worked out so far.
Yeah, that's fine. So what's going on at the dealership?
We got a few more cars in this week, so.
You got a few more. I drove by there the other day, and I saw all these trucks, and it's like, gosh, look at all the trucks. And then I looked a little closer. All of them said sold. It's like, gosh.
Yeah, we've had a couple more hiccups in production, so it'll be a little bit before we see any more. So unlike the Tahoes and Suburban size, so they don't have microchips for the Tahoes and Suburbans for the windows and power locks.
There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, it's just not you. It's everybody. I mean, everything's messed up.
Every industry, every phase. I mean, there's always a hiccup somewhere. So,
I just tease you because it's fun to tease you. Hey, Rocco, how you doing, Steve?
I think it's intentional.
It's intentionally fun. Yeah, I finally got my ATV that I ordered like 6 months ago. I finally got that in, thank God.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's just, I've never seen.
It'll be here someday. So it's like, waiting for Christmas. It's just, you get so anxious and excited, and then all of a sudden, Christmas will be here, then maybe it'll be here, so.
Well, it's given me the opportunity to fix stuff. That backlight in my tail, in the tailgate, I've actually, yeah, I got that all fixed. So that looks.
Was that easy?
Yeah, it was super easy.
Cool. Okay. Because I know you talked to me about that last week. So.
Yeah, it was super easy because after I bought the part, I drove into the service bay and I talked to what's his name and I said, hey, can you help me get this out? I don't want to mess it up. He goes, sure. And he flipped it out in like 4 seconds, put the new one on, and I was out the door. It was easy as pie, Joe.
Easy as pie.
Easy as pie. Yeah. I actually got it out myself. I took my Kershaw knife and I popped the light pocket out. But I couldn't. In all honesty, I couldn't get the cord off the male and the female. I couldn't get that. The
wiring that connects it.
Yeah, and I didn't want to break the wiring because God forbid that was probably $20,000 if I did. And so I said, hey, can you help me get this off? And he popped that thing off in like 3 seconds. He goes, there you go,
one
Dan.
wire just controls the entire truck, so you don't want to mess with it.
Yeah, I'm not going to take any chances, man. Yeah, I'm not taking any chances. But they were so nice. They popped that right in for me, and I was out the door. And yeah, so my my trail boss is all happy again. I'm going to probably have to get tires here pretty quick though. I got 45,000 miles on that truck.
Yeah, I'll have to check to see if they have a tire sale coming up here soon.
Yeah, because I definitely want to probably make sure I got good treads going. Hey, Steve, Rocco in Pennsylvania, good to see you, buddy. So, I was talking to Jenny. I said, I love my Trail Boss. I always have. The only reason I'm buying that new truck is I want to get it wrapped with the Outdoor Call Radio app logos and stuff on the truck. And I don't want to wrap a truck that's already got a lot of miles on it. I want to wrap a new one so I'll get more, 2 or 3 years out of it.
It'll be better in white, too.
No, it's going to pop in white. It'll look really pretty. So.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be fine. So, you guys, I did see some specials going on at the Rock.
Which ones did you see?
Special financing rates.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was like service stuff or sales stuff. Yeah. So there's 1.9 on. There's Equinoxes out there that have that, and I do have some of those coming in that are available. And it's 1.9 for 60 months, or you could take a rebate. Same with the Blazers, and so yeah, there's a couple of those out there, and then there's a couple small rebates on certain SUVs too. So rather than, as I just mentioned about the low incentivized rates, so I even can order HDs now, which before that was a really tough vehicle to order, but GM's kind of opened up, allowing us to order HDs and high countries. So if anybody's looking for a high country, those were tougher than anything to get for quite some time, but we actually have spots available that we can put orders in right away. So you wouldn't have to wait very long. With before, people waiting 6 to 8 months at times just to be able to get their new truck. So certain things are getting a little easier, certain things are getting a little tougher. So, but it's still tough. So, but we'll get through it.
Yeah, we'll get through it. All right, where can they find you, Smoking Joe?
I'll be here all day, 1101 Southeast Oral Labor, and hopefully everybody has a great 4th of July.
All right, thanks, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, take care.
Thanks, Joe. Happy 4th.
Bye.
There you go, Smoking Joe Smeltzer. Hey, if you are wanting to renew your Onyx if you're going out, and I use Onyx all the time. I mark my tree stands. I mark my ground blinds. Anywhere I'm hunting back home, if I find a scrape or a rub, I always mark that on the app. I can get you 20% off if you go to Onyx's website, onyxmaps.com/hunt. Just use the code OCR20. That'll get you 20% off your renewal rate. We'll be right back on the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hey everybody, Outdoors Dan here. Let me ask you a quick question. Are you a hunter? If you are, there's a group that I would like to introduce you to, and that's Hunting Works for Iowa. Hunting Works for Iowa is a statewide organization that is focused on not only what hunting is, but what it does for the state of Iowa. Did you know hunting in Iowa annually brings in huge economic resources to our state? Hunters buy tags and permits every year so they can hunt here. That impacts restaurants, retail stores, gas stations, convenience stores, outfitters, and guides all over the state of Iowa. That leads to hundreds of millions of dollars in state taxes and retail sales that help keep Iowa moving forward. Anti-hunting groups are working hard every year to limit your ability to hunt here. So Hunting Works for Iowa is partnering with not only hunters but businesses all across the state.
It'd be so easy if I lived in Minnesota.
If you want to learn more about Hunting Works for Iowa, or if you're interested in becoming
a partner, to get out of Perry is what you need to do. That's like Tornado Alley.
huntingworksforiowa.com.
Hey, have you heard
the news about the great new products from Pine Ridge Archery? I mean, I've never seen so many storms go through a town in my life. That's crazy. Marshalltown's just, they get hammered all the time, too. I feel bad for them. Ridge Archery line of 250 archery accessories that you will want to get on your bow. This new line includes stabilizers, peep sights, kisser buttons, and the new wrist sling. The wrist sling is totally set-free and is available in different colors, and this will allow you to tune it to your specific grip, so your hand goes right in the sling without any hang-ups for smoother draws when you're getting ready to shoot your game. These new Nitro products will have you shooting tighter groups with consistency before you know it. Included in these products are tons of colors so you can customize your bow for your favorite college teams like never before. Did I mention all of these products are made in the USA at Pine Ridge Archery's factory in Illinois? That's right, made in the USA of quality materials that will hold up in any weather conditions for die-hard bow hunters like you and me. Check out all these great new products at Sportsman's Warehouse or anytime at PineRidgeArchery.com.
Heading to your favorite outdoor spot? Is your hunting, fishing, or utility knife ready for any task? Well, if you used the original Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener before you left, you bet they are. The Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener is designed to sharpen every knife you own. By using changeable, flexible abrasive belts, the sharpening system is able to sharpen a variety of knives, including curved and serrated knives, tonto blades, fillet knives, gut hooks, axes, and even kitchen knives. The Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener does this with precision angle sharpening guides and flexible abrasive belts to ensure the proper 20-degree angle every time. Each Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener is assembled in the USA by a family-owned and operated company. Customer service is always a call away. So if you love the outdoors and depend on a sharp knife, consider checking out one of the Work Sharp knife and tool sharpeners or the Work Sharp guided field sharpener at a store near you, or anytime at WorkSharpTools.com. That's WorkSharpTools.com.
You're ready for your next outdoor adventure. Wouldn't it be nice to have high-definition footage as a fun memory of your time in the outdoors? Well, Tacticam has been helping hunters do that very thing. Whether it's one of our 5.0 or the 5.0 wide camera, you're going to capture your hunts like never before. They can help you cover your bow fishing trips with the new Tacticam Fish Cam that's totally waterproof and ready to record some awesome bow fishing action. All the Tacticam cameras feature 4K resolution, Wi-Fi compatible.
Who's cooking barbecue this weekend?
With over 2.5 hours of recording.
Who's using Cookie's barbecue sauce?
That's far above other cameras in its class.
Who wishes it was deer season?
Multiple cameras to one remote to capture more angles and shots like never before.
Who's going fishing?
Record your next hunting or fishing adventure.
Can't raise my hand on that one. I need to go fishing. Jenny's been yelling at me to go get some fish.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Radio, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan. Don't forget, we got 2 more weeks to chances for you to win that shotgun. All you need to do is just go to the Outdoor Call Radio app on your device app store. If you have an iPhone, go to the iTunes app. Make sure you're not on. Don't go to iTunes. Go to the App Store, APP, and just punch in the Outdoor Call Radio, and it'll pop right up. It's totally free to download it. Go to Google Play if you got an Android phone. Same thing, the Outdoor Call Radio app, or Alexa. You can listen and just listen for the JLM turkey hunt. When you hear the turkey gobble and the shotgun go, Andrew's voice will come on there and tell you what the phrase is you need. And if you email me that, I will put you in the drawing, and someone's going to win a really nice brand new turkey gun, courtesy of Dave and all the gang at JLM Shooter Supply. All right, if you haven't won anything in the last 12 months, let's give somebody a chance to win something that hasn't won anything in a while. Call me right now, 244-1350, 244-1350, the last 12 months, and I'm going to give you a brand spanking new Cookies Grill Pack. You're going to get some sauce, some Cookies flavor enhancer, and a special surprise in there. So this is going to be easy. Herman's Fine Jewelers, I got to see Donnie and Frank, and his phone. Their phone number is 222-2600. Went down there and I took my bear claw. I got a bear claw pendant that I needed to get polished up and finished. Right. And I went right in there. They polished it right up for me, and boy, does that look spanking new. You can find all that kind of service there waiting for you there. Every day they're open. They've got over 10,000 diamonds and mountings in stocks. They've been open for 30 years. Don't forget, we're going to be giving away those custom diamond earrings. We got 10 pairs of those to give away after October. So we're going to be doing 12 weeks of Christmas with Herman's, and we want to thank Donnie and Frank. Let's go say hi to Nathan real quick, see what he is up to. Nathan, how you doing, bud?
Good. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Happy 4th of July to you.
Thank you. It's my favorite holiday. I'm a vet.
Well, God bless you, and thank you for your service.
You're very welcome.
Well, I appreciate you. You know what? You just won. Ding, ding, ding. How about that?
I actually won a knife sharpener from you about 2 or 3 years ago.
Well, there you go. Well, from one vet to another, thank you for everything that you did, and just think of the show fondly as you're using this cookie stuff on your grill.
I sure will.
All right, buddy.
You as well, sir.
I appreciate you, buddy. We'll call you after the show, Nathan. Have a great weekend, okay?
You too. You too.
Thank you. There he goes, Nathan. That was awesome. See, I like giving people a chance that haven't won anything in a while. Isn't that nice, Andrew? Mm-hmm. I think that's nice. Speaking of nice, Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi Yegi, we talked about him with Jim an hour or two ago. Advanced Family Dentistry, they're located at 907 North Ankeny Boulevard. Hours of appointments are available at 964-1490, or you can go online anytime at ankenysmiles.com. Dr. Brandt, Dr. Stewart, Dr. Williams, all them fine folks there with Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi Yegi will take great care of you. That's my dentist. He can be your dentist too. And I tell you what, when you go there, they're going to say, may the floss be with you. Good folks over there.
Will be with you.
Not even going to talk to you anymore, you senile Jedi. So anyway, we love Dr. Scott. I'm actually going, Dr. Stewart's husband, Matt Stewie. Stewie's going moose hunting with me up in Alberta, Canada. Alberta. So it's going to be nice to have Stewie with me on that hunt. That's going to be a lot of fun. Jeff, let's juggle. Thanks, Jeff. It amazes me what people watch on social media. I did a thing with me juggling on Facebook. I did a TikTok thing, and then I paired it with these guys sitting there watching me going crazy. And it's almost 500 views on there already.
Yeah, kudos to that. That was really well done.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, you didn't know I could juggle, did you?
I did not.
Yeah.
I do now.
You do now? See, I'm always juggling you around the show because I'm trying to teach you. I just picked it up,
Nice try.
Yeah. But, and then I'll put something on there about something serious like, hey, you need to listen to the show, and I'll get like 5 people respond. It just drives me nuts.
Well, what you should do is juggle while you say that.
Well, see, I told Jenny I was going to get a camouflage bikini, and I was gonna deer hunt this fall in a bikini, and I'm trying to get something to go viral. I want 1 million hits. And she goes, "Oh my gosh, if you do that, I'm leaving you." I said, "Come on, honey, people." She goes, "People do not need to see you in a bikini." I said, "I'm rocking it, baby."
Yes, we do.
I'm rocking it. Yeah. I'm kidding about the bikini. I am gonna wear that 80s white snake or twisted sister hair that wig that I got. Remember that? I am gonna bow hunt in that this year for Halloween. I told the guys on the TV show I'm wearing that deer season, and Ryan goes, "I dare you." I said, "Hey, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna bow hunt in that this fall. That's gonna be funny." So I'm going to spray it down with lethal really good. Now I'm going to be rocking in the tree. There, that's all right. All right, we are out of here. I want to thank my guests. Thanks to Sam with Fall Obsession. Thanks to Jim Coffey from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources, Smokin' Joe. And thank you very much to you for listening in. We always appreciate you each and every week. Thank you for everybody watching on Facebook Live. Have a great 4th of July. Be safe. Eat some barbecue, and we will see you next time. Till then, bye! Thanks, everybody. Be safe out there. Have a great 4th of July. And if you need anything, let me know. Otherwise, we'll talk to you soon. I'll see you on Wednesday, on the Wednesday drive for sure. We'll talk to you later. Have a great 4th.
Dogs are part of the family.